Hello everyone and welcome back to Fantom Sports Industries. My name is Joseph Soisson. I'm a contributor for Fantom's hockey content. NHL All-Star Weekend is coming up. It runs from February 1st to February 3rd, and I had an idea for some honorable mentions, some players that didn't make the All-Star cut. I came up with the best NHL lineup that you won't see next weekend. I picked 5 skaters and a goaltender to round things out, so one player for every position. And so these are the 6 best players in the NHL that you won't see at the All-Star game. Starting off at left wing, from the New York Rangers, Artemi Panarin. 63 points. That's tied for the 4th most points in the league, and that is the most points of any left winger in the league. And a lot of those points are goals. He currently has 29, which is tied for the 5th most in the league. And it ties his total goals from last regular season. His only negative mark this year is that his plus minus is -3. But he's well on his way to break every personal best for a season outside of that plus minus. Overall, his offensive output is just too good to ignore. At center, from the Florida Panthers, number 23, Carter Verhaeghe. He's tied for the 13th most points among centers in the league, and he's well-rounded. 24 goals and 22 assists this season. Those 24 goals, by the way, are 6th among centers. And there's a lot of good centers in the league. A lot of them are already attending the All-Star game. But unlike Alexander Barkov, Verhaeghe hasn't missed a game, and unlike Braden Point, Verhaeghe has a plus-minus of +11. Consistent and complete, that's what you get out of Carter Verhaeghe's gameplay. Sam Reinhart deserves a spot for the season he's had. Bobrovsky also deserves a spot. But if Florida had a 3rd slot open for the All-Star game, they would have to give it to Carter Verhaeghe. Rounding out the forwards, at right wing, from the Colorado Avalanche, give me Mikko Rantanen. Tied for the 9th most goals in the league with Nathan MacKinnon, tied for the 15th most assists in the league with Artemi Panarin. And all this culminates in tying for the 8th most points in the league. He's averaging just over 1.25 points per game, and he's tied for the 5th most power play goals in the league. Among right wingers, the next closest skater, not already in the All-Star game, is a full 11 points behind, and the same amount of penalty minutes. Now, are a lot of these points because he's often paired with MacKinnon? Yes, but you still have to make the plays. You still have to take the shots and make the passes, and that's what Rantanen has been doing all season long. He is a true shooter, and he is on pace to have yet another great year. At defense, we've got one from each conference. Starting off in the East, from the New York Islanders, it's Noah Dobson. 48 points through the regular season thus far. That's 3rd best among defensemen. 42 of those points are assists, which is also 3rd best among defensemen. And how about being tied for the 6th best plus minus among defensemen in the NHL? He's on pace to smash all of his career high numbers. Most points he's ever had in a season is 51, and that was with 80 games played. He's played 47 thus far, and he's already 3 points away from that marker. And by the way, he's on a team that doesn't necessarily light up the scoreboard. They're 18th in total goals for, with a -21 goal differential. You take that into account and look at Noah Dobson's numbers now, his offensive output is incredibly good. Defenseman number 2 out of the Western Conference, from the Edmonton Oilers, it's Evan Bouchard. Evan Bouchard, similar to Noah Dobson, is on pace to have a career best season. 42 points in 43 games. That's 5th most in the league. Where he separates from Dobson is scoring. Bouchard has 11 goals this year, which is tied for the 3rd most among defensemen. He also has 4 game-winning goals this season. That's tied for first among defensemen. And after a sluggish start to the year, where Edmonton had a lot of question marks early on, the Oilers have now propelled themselves into 3rd place in the Pacific. Evan Bouchard's efforts to help this happen have not gone unnoticed. And lastly, to round things out here, at goaltender, I'm picking a wild card. From the Seattle Kraken, give me Joey Daccord. Look, he's got the 5th best goals against average and save percentage in the league. Not to mention he's got 2 shutouts this season, which ties him for the 7th most in the league. And before you say, well, he's a backup, it's a smaller sample size to work with, his numbers should be better for that reason. He'll soon have double the amount of games played as Philip Grubauer, the original starter for Seattle. And Seattle got off to an ugly start in the early parts of this season. They are now in playoff contention thanks to Joey Daccord's efforts in net. So that's the final lineup. At left wing, Artemi Panarin. At center, Carter Verhaeghe. At right wing, Mikko Rantanen. Defensemen are Evan Bouchard and Noah Dobson. And then at goaltender, I'm taking Joey Daccord from the Seattle Kraken. A reminder that the actual All-Star Weekend is happening from February 1st to February 3rd. Should be plenty of fun to watch. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like our content, be sure to scroll down below and click the like button on this video. Also, be sure to click the subscribe button to get notified of future uploads to this very channel. Also, if you want more sports content, be sure to check out our official website. That's fantomsportsindustries.com for sports news, takes, and updates. That's going to be it for me today, though. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope to see more of you next time here at Fantom.